are going to do both the distinction part today. That is, evaluate the success of a chosen organization in managing CSR issues. And you already know that you are going to select a SME, small medium enterprise. If you are not able to search a good organization of an SME, then we can jump to medium enterprise. But it is always a first priority to go for an SME because it's way too difficult to handle the multinational. Then assess the extent of volunteerism in the CSR policy. For this, we do have what do we call indicative content points, but for 3D1, evaluate one, we do not have any points. And this is from the new specification in the last one, that is for the assess one. It is from the old specification. Let's start with it. Evaluate means you need to come up with the strengths and weaknesses.
Sorry, ma'am, once again.
Yeah.
3D, the evaluation one is for the new one or the old one?
For the new one.
Okay.
To evaluate the success of Pink and Chip, again, Pick and Chip, sorry. This is an organization I searched from the internet from India. And this organization is basically for those transportation logistics departments in which they are unable to transport the goods and services in time, and they are not able to contact the dealer as well. And there is a misinformation. So this company, this SME, helps them out to settle each and every thing perfectly. Pick and Chip, an affordable SaaS platform. SaaS is a application. This is system something. It is actually, just to generally tell you people, it's an application, it's an app which is installed in the laptops and the phones in which you can track each and everything very too easily. Like in Pakistan, we have TCS. Worldwide, we do ship through the Leopard Express and different services. It's just like that. For the SME goods transport, in managing corporate social responsibility issues, we need to examine the strengths, weaknesses, key CSR activities from the multiple perspectives. Pick and Chip CSR initiatives might revolve around environmental impact. The first point is going to be obviously the environmental impact, how it actually affects with accordance to CSR. Fair pricing, that is, you need to equilibrize everything. Support for the SMEs, being a supportive system, and ethical practices with the community engagement, ethical practices with the laws and norms, a proper framework, and community engagement that you're going to indulge the common people as well, the local too. Environmental responsibility, the strengths. Pick and Chip may focus on reducing carbon emission by promoting efficient load management, optimizing routes, and minimizing empty returns. I told you in the start that what this company does. And now, because it's a strength from the perspective of environmental responsibility, so it helps it reduce the carbon dioxide only. It is not helping in the production of oxygen or something else, but we are reducing it because we are eliminating the extra load. However, Pick and Chip may still face challenges with the carriers who do not yet prioritize eco-friendly practices. The platform's effectiveness in reducing emission depends largely on the cooperation of its logistic partners. You must have seen there are so many trucks, lorries, which are not fully loaded. They're empty and they're going on and on with the dangerous stuffs, and even in the middle of the day as well. I'm talking about the developing nations, not the developed one. Because in the developed, we do have proper lanes, people are following the rules and regulations. But here, it's not properly followed. Conclusion. While the platform encourages environmental responsibility, there is a room for improvement by collaborating with the eco-certified carriers or offering the incentives for the green practices. Now, those organizations which are having or they have hired trucks, buses, lorries, and different stuff like this to help the logistic departments of the different industries, those who are affiliated with the sustainability and the green factor, definitely they're going to get the incentive. Maybe they're going to get a little bit more allowances than the normal ones because it is expensive in the start, but later on, way too soon, it gets easy for them. So when you inculcate the CSR practice for the environmental responsibility, it totally approves everyone. It helps everyone. Fair pricing and support for SMEs. Fair pricing, let's read about it. It could be about the product, it could be about the supplies. Support for the SMEs, how we can help the those groups who are small, who have penetrated very newly to the industry, to the market, um, to be strong or to move ahead or to be saturated. Strength, by providing an affordable, user-friendly platform, Pick and Ship directly supports SMEs that may lack access to larger logistics networks. Now, the small bakeries, even they do need a truck, a small truck. What do we call that? A small van kind of stuff in which they have their supplies of flour and freshly baked goodies. Again, this company, Pick and Ship, they help them as well, but in a way less price. They charge more prices from the big companies and less prices from the small companies or the startups. However, while pricing is SME friendly, that they can actually pay them up, it could be challenging to maintain low cost sustainability without compromising on the tech improvements or the consumer support quality. Because all the time, Pick and Ship cannot give you the price which they are giving you from the past 1 year or 6 months. They will change it to a certain percentile. Additionally, SMEs may need additional training or support to maximize platform benefits. Now, there are certain ways, certain tactics through which we can gain points and extra benefits and can enjoy the services from such companies like Pick and Chip, which are helping you out to indulge with all the misinformation problem. Conclusion, Pick and Chip shows a strong commitment to supporting SMEs, but should ensure that pricing remains fair without compromising the quality. Again, if we are offering the same prices, which is obviously not the case here, I'm just talking generally, we need to do not compromise the quality. Whether we are taking more money from the large corporation or less money from the small, the ratio of the quality is going to be excellent. It should not be lesser because you're going to get the rating from both the companies. Offering onboarding support or training can further enhance the platform's value for small businesses. Like if you're having a problem, you can directly contact the retailers. With that, if you need further training or workshops, they can give you as well that how you can make things more effectively and utilize your time perfectly. Time management factor. Number three,
Ma'am, can you just in short explain once again the fair pricing strengths one?
fair pricing is that if you're actually doing a favoritism or a kind of equilibrium in the both large corporation and the small corporation, then you need to give them the quality best as well. Like if you're taking less price from the small company and more prices for the services from the large companies, then definitely the quality, it did come in your mind that the quality could be hindered. It's a general thing. So here, what you're going to do is we need to be very much fair with them with the prices as well, and how it supports for the SMEs because itself Pick and Chip is an SME. They know what is the struggle behind, so they are giving more incentives to the small companies first, just to maintain friendly and maily attitude. Clear?
Yes, ma'am, now clear.
These points are not going to be same for you as well. Like when you're going to pick up the organization, it all depends on what organization, what kind of industry you touch. This is actually logistic sample, and this is company which is helping out the transportation services. So the points also varies because we do not have any points from the indicative content for this assessment
Oh,
criteria.
okay, ma'am. No problem.
Ethical and transparent operation strength. Pick and Ship can build trust by operating transparently with the consumers, drivers, and fleet managers using clear, fair pricing, accessible terms of the service, and open communication. The first thing, being ethical and transparent. That is, we're going to follow proper backup and a norm. With that, we're going to be opaque. You're not going to hide something from the other party or the other company, whether it's a large or small organization. With that, you are going to be honest with the consumers, with the drivers, the one who are driving the truck, the lorries, fleet managers, the one which are managing at front all front tasks, using clear, fair pricing, accessible terms of service. That is, again, the same factor. If you are charging less price, then the quality should not be hindered. It should be excellent. And open communication means you are going to have two-way communication. If you are having a problem or you want to convey something, you are going to get the feedback as well, and you will be improving too. By ensuring fair pay for transporters, it demonstrates a commitment to ethical businesses. Transporters, the one who are transporting the goods and services from one department or city or rain or um, factory to another one, you need to be fair with them as well, because you're not going to only fuel up or give the prices for the fuel, maintenance, you're going to give the pay to the drivers as well. However, if transparency, opaqueness, and fair practices are not uniformly maintained, there could be reputational risk. When you're not able to form an equilibrium, that is a balance between both loyal with your consumers and drivers, the one which we read right now in this trends, and with the fair practices, then it could cause problem to pick and ship, not your organization, but to the company, that they are not providing fair prices, they are not providing this and that. This is the reason why you need to have always consent, consent of the talk of the meeting. If you have locked a meeting, locked to deal with me, then you are not going to share the quotation of the prices, the material, the bulk amount, quantity with the others. It's going to be unfair with them, the others. Conclusion: to strengthen the CSR, Pick and Ship could focus on the fair price practices and consistent communication. Security investments to protect the user data would also demonstrate a commitment to ethical operations. Just like we get admissions in the universities and the colleges, we do pay the security fees. And once we get graduated for the degree, we are returned with that security amount as well. Because the time period has been finished, you are fit and fine, so this is not more responsibility on them, so they pay you back in the form of check. This goes with those all organizations which are taking the responsibility of the goods and services. Community engagement and economic impact. Community engagement, again, the involvement of the people, and with that, what is the impact of it on the economy? Pick and Ship's model promotes local economic growth by facilitating SME access to efficient logistics solutions. This organization, which is itself a small medium enterprise, what is their motto? Their motto is they are going to work on the locality, their local industry, helping the people, whether they are having big company, small company, a medium company, by giving them those services which is making their logistics, their lorry, their transportation services easy and perfect. It also contributes to local job creation in logistics and transport sectors, especially if it collaborates with the local fleet owners and drivers. That is, you can hire anyone. It's not important that you're only going to hire the professional ones. Nowadays, people who have the MBA degrees, even they are the drivers in good reputational companies because of the incentives and the checks. That is the payments. Weaknesses: community engagement may be limited without focused efforts on the CSR initiatives, such as partnerships with the local business or the contribution to community projects. Pick and Ship could face criticism if perceived solely as a profit-driven platform. If they are not giving incentive to the small and big organizations, that is the difference between the prices, then what are they doing? People are going to give them bad remarks, bad reputation, bad stars, and with that, they are going to only be profit oriented. And this is not their main motive. This company's motive is to help out the people. And then the profit is their second priority. Conclusion: while indirectly supporting the local communities by enabling SME growth, Pick and Ship could enhance its CSR impact by actively engaging with the communities it serves, perhaps through partnerships or local social projects, like the companies which sponsors you. Now, for this company, petrol pumps, petrol station can sponsor them. Any tire changing company can sponsor them, like that. In this way, they are going to get the incentives and the discounts too. And the people who are going to be affiliated with them, that is the company, they too are going to be the benefit factor. Concluding it, Pick and Ship CSR initiatives demonstrate both strengths and opportunities for the further improvement. The strengths lie in its commitment to affordable, accessible logistics for the SMEs. The first one is being affordable, everyone can afford it. Second is to make the transportation, the logistic area way too smooth. Environmental consciousness through the load optimization, that is, you are completely helping out one truck to fully complete and fully load itself. They are not going empty or halfway done. And a fair and ethical approach to the business, that is, everything is perfectly fine with the norms and cultural practices. However, the limitations highlight the importance, significance of the continuous improvement. You cannot stick at one pace. You're going to improve yourself to be flourished in their sector, including investing in security, security of the people, of the trucks, of the maintenance, enhancing SME onboarding. That is, if a company who is way too new and they are coming to you for the help, you are giving them a little bit of insurance as well. That relax, you're going to work on it, just go ahead. And actively engaging with the local communities as well, because you are hiring the people from the localities. To achieve long-term CSR success, Pick and Ship should balance these initiatives, maintain affordable services, and stay adaptive to CSR demands in the logistics industry. The platform has a solid foundation for the CSR, but focused improvements and consistent alignment with the sustainability and the community engagement goals can further improve its positive impact.